fake hate crime hoaxer Jussie Smollett is now serving up to 150 days in the Cook County Jail. A couple things we're going to go over: a difference between jail and prison, and but what we're really going to get down to is why did he do the outburst following the judgment, and what does it have to do with the Obamas? Ooh, conspiracy theory Monday. It's actually facts, but whatever. Also, did you hear what the laid-off Keystone XL pipeline workers had to say about Let's Go Brandon, also known as Joe Biden, also known as Sleepy Joe, also known as Sniffy? Yeah.
That was disgusting.
Well, that's what he does. I know. He goes up. And, also...
They're all your boogers.
Don't worry, I sucked them in. But we're also going to go over, what they're saying about the actual soaring gas prices across America and what can really be done, something that we've covered very extensively here on the show. And also why the actual left actually wants high gas prices so that you will have to buy an electric vehicle. Yeah, you got to do me a favor and follow the money. Plus, Tom Brady says he is going to play one more year. Are you excited? Are you tired of him? But why? Why did terrific Tom really decide to come out of retirement to play another season in the NFL? Yeah, that's right. Screw Dallas. We got this and so much more. They'll go over here today on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
He doesn't wonder what it's like on the ground in Afghanistan. He's been there, serving our country and defending Lady Liberty.
Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
I'm ready. I got my coffee. Lower that just a little bit. Yeah, what's going on? My name is Joe Padula. I'm a veteran, not a victim. And this former Screaming Eagle soldier from the 2nd Brigade Combat Team Strike, 101st Airborne Division, Air Assault. Yeah, I'm ready. I am ready. Yeah, I'm ready to have a real conversation. Go over things that the mainstream media just, I don't know. Follow the money, people. There's some things they just don't want to tell you. Some things they do tell you, and you're like, that's fake news. Okay, fake news. Believe me. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate your time. I know you guys are busy. You're working hard. You're friggin' trying to fill up your gas tank out there. Oof. Bay, it's crazy out there. It's crazy.
Yep.
And you just want it to be sane once again. Make America sane again. All right.
Anna's watching from Oklahoma.
Okay. Oh, wait, you can't do that. That means white supremacy
We
now.
just talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you can't do that anymore. All right. What's up, Casey Bryant?
Hi.
How much was it to fill up from Tennessee to Mississippi with
Lots.
over $100?
Yeah, it was lots of hundreds.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's craziness.
it's a lot.
What's up, the lovely Olivia in the studio today? What's up, Olivia? How you doing?
Exhausted.
Yeah. I mean, you're the president of the Republicans at Austin Peay State University,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I would be exhausted too if I was that position on a college campus. But yeah. Oh, and look at Papa Sam. Daddy Sam. What's up, Sam the man?
Not a lot, Joe. How you been?
It's great to have you.
It's great to be here. Always great to be here.
Casey, look at the size of his arms. Look
Are
at-
they big? I
touch
can't
him.
see over
touch
here.
Touch his arms.
No.
Oh,
Caitlin says
Sam.
Olivia is her best friend.
What's up, Caitlin?
Hey, Caitlin.
You got good choice in friends, that's for sure. Also, Heather checking in. She goes, walking out the door. We'll try to get back. Yeah, don't worry, we'll get back to these comments. Jay always good with the comments. As far as Juicy goes, Jussie Smollett, as far as Juicy goes, not worth beating yourself up over. I know, I hear you, but we got an angle that's I think you need to know about because it connects with political parties and politicians and how they tried to cover all of this up, but you, the people, said, no, I'm going to do my own research and, common sense. You'll see. But all right. Yeah, we do got a lot to go over here today. Not a lot of time. We want to make it as effective as possible. So here we go. Let's do it. Okay. Fake crime hoaxer over here. Sure, everybody knows the story already. Jussie Smollett. Well, he's now serving up to 150 days in Cook County Jail. Bay, real quick, do you know what the difference between jail and prison is?
Because people in prison don't give a F.
Oh, okay. That's it in a nutshell.
How do you know you ask him?
Worse conditions.
Worst conditions.
Jail's much worse.
Especially Cook County Jail. Oh, boy. That's it. It's
Jail's
Chicago.
worse conditions? I would think that prison would be worse.
Yeah,
Isn't prison like longer terms and people that are there for a while?
So that's why they feed them better in prison as opposed to a jail. And
Oh,
they have exercise yards and gyms and
Yeah.
things like that.
Ever have to go to jail in Monopoly? It's the worst. Right. Oh, lose a turn and the whole bit. Yeah. But why? Why did he really burst out following the judgment? Okay, like he went crazy. You haven't seen the video yet. I'm sure you have. But yeah, we're gonna do a live reaction to it. And what does it have to do with the Obamas? Ooh, we're going to find out now on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely. Hey, make sure to type in your comments, the questions, the answers. Smash that like button. And also, make sure to share this video, subscribe to the channel, okay? What are your thoughts on Jussie Smollett? Maybe we agree. Maybe we can change each other's minds. Because there are people out there that are like, hey, I don't think he did it.
I can't wait to see the movie.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
You think they're going to do a
Oh, it's
movie,
gonna
babe?
be a movie.
It's happening, huh?
It's going to be one.
Olivia, you're young. How old are you? 22?
Yes.
Right. Do you know much about what went down with Jussie Smollett in 2019?
Yeah.
Nice, because a lot of youth, I don't know, they just saw what happened on Instagram and they went with it. It's just like the media, just like a bunch of politicians. But last week, Jussie Smollett was sentenced 150 days, county cook jail. Also, 30 months of felony probation. So he's officially a felon.
Is he the one that faked that he got attacked?
Oh, yes. Oh,
But yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just,
Before it
there
was
are people
allegedly
that
that-
don't know, and so I'm just trying to help him out because I forget too. That was a long time ago.
It was in 2009 in January, late January
19.
2019. Sorry. Very good. And he's also has to pay $120,000 in restitution. Okay? Also a $25,000 fine, too, he's got to pay. But it's not about the money. It's never been about the money for this guy. Now, if you recall, last December, Smollett was convicted by a jury, 5 counts of felony, disorderly conduct, for making the false reports over January 2019 incident in which the actor claimed to be the victim of a hate crime. Yeah, he told police that 2 men attacked him just after 2 a.m. outside of his... You know what?
The MAGA hats.
I'm going to let a famous comedian explain what happened because he could probably do it better than I can. Here's Dave Chappelle's take on it.
Black people never feel sorry for the police, but this time we even felt sorry for the police. Can you imagine if you was a police veteran taking this kid's police report? Okay, Mr. Smollett, please tell me what happened. All right, 2 a.m. You left the house at 2 a.m. It's minus 16 degrees. All right.
Okay.
You were walking. All right. And where were you going? Subway. Sandwiches?
Hold on, let me just pause it there. We do not own the rights to this. This is a video reaction and able to be used under the Fair Use Act. Sorry.
That's when the men approached you? Did you see them? Do you have any? Okay, what they have on? MAGA hats! MAGA hats on in Chicago? Excuse me 1 second, Mr. Smollett. Frank, come here for a second. Find out where Kanye West was last night.
So what is up with his outfit? He looks like he's wearing a jumper. I
yeah.
can't get past that.
I
Is that
believe.
the new thing?
Well, that was in Six and Stones, right, Bang?
His trademark.
Yeah. And
Wearing a jumpsuit?
well, here why I think Dave Chappelle was wearing that outfit. You notice it was a mechanic's outfit, kind of,
Looks
right?
like he's going to jump out of an airplane.
And well, I think he's trying to fix things, like a mechanic does.
Oh.
See, it's deep.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
good point.
I just made it up, but
I
it's
like
probably
it.
accurate.
I was following.
Yeah. But here it is, okay? Dave Chappelle, boom. That's it in a nutshell. It really is. But nonetheless, okay, at the sentencing, Judge James Lynn broke it down to Jussie what most Americans were thinking.
And for you to be here now, convicted of these hate crimes, it's just astonishing. Faking hate crimes. So why'd this happen? That's a good question. I think that's the question on everybody's mind. There's some conjecture you did it for the money. Frankly, I do not believe that you did it for the money.
For the record, that plexiglass really does a lot, okay, to block any type of diseases or bacteria from entering the body. Just saying.
This whole story reminds me of something that I would do when my kids were 3, like 3 or 4 years old.
I'm glad you said
Why
that.
did you?
That's going to play a
So
role in
funny.
just a moment. Very good, Casey.
You were making, the evidence showed, close to $2 million a year when this happened. I don't think money motivated you at all. But the only thing I can find is that you really craved the attention, and you wanted to get the attention, and you were so invested in issues of social justice, and you knew that this was a sore spot for everybody in this country. You knew this was a country that was slowly trying to heal past injustices and current injustices and trying to make a better future for each other, and it was a hard road. And you took some scabs off some healing wounds and you ripped them apart for one reason. You wanted to make yourself more famous, and for a while it worked.
And I'll tell you what, I take this break for copyright infringement nonsense. We've been covering fake hate crimes from all different walks of life for quite a few years, but it's always been on the local level of where it came out of. Mm-hmm. This one right here put it on the national level, where politicians from across the entire nation, celebrities from across the entire world were justice for Jussie, right? Remember? Mm-hmm. So that's why this was so important, because the fakeness that we've known to have been going on for quite some time, for people to become victims, because people love to become victims. Why? Because it gets them things. Well, now it hit the national level with this guy, and now this judge is saying, "Yo, bro."
Everybody was talking about you. The lights are on you. You were actually throwing a national pity party for yourself. And why would you do such a thing? Why would you? I understand you crave the attention so much, but why would you betray something like social justice issues, which you care so much about?
I love the fact that the judge has a Captain Kangaroo's haircut.
That's
too,
what
by
I
the
was
way.
just gonna say.
Right? Isn't that something?
His hair's so long.
But he is he's based. Is that what the kids are saying?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. He's based.
Based?
What?
Yeah, right?
Like a chicken?
On point. He is.
That looked like a hairstyle he had all of his life, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the hair. I'm just saying the words coming out of his mouth are based.
I think it's on fleek.
He's on fleek AF.
Oh, he ain't spitting?
No, he ain't spinning.
Spitting.
Oh, spitting. No, he ain't spitting.
The only thing I could conclude is, and I acknowledge, there are wonderful sides to you. There are very giving and charitable and loving sides to you. But you have another side of you that is profoundly arrogant and selfish and narcissistic. That's the only thing that can be concluded. And that bad side of you came out during the course of all these events.
All right, so real quick on the comments. Anthony, okay, at Joe Padula. Why'd this happen? Okay, money, ego, jealousy, shallowness, wokeness, TDS. I think he spelled STDs wrong. It goes on. Well, what does TDS stand for?
Trump derangement syndrome.
And that's why she's the president of the Republicans of Austin Peay State University.
Remember, that's the new syndrome.
That's right. That's right.
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I'm doing my best not to get Joe Biden derangement syndrome. Do you know what I mean?
It means like you just hate anything Trump,
Exactly.
no matter what sense it makes. Okay.
And really, for those who have TDS, those who don't have TDS, really, you got to make sure that you don't get Biden derangement syndrome either, okay? Because you won't be able to convert anyone that way. Mikey Glaze, LeBron James made a fake hate crime. What was that? We'll get into that.
No.
But you use them as your patsies too. They were giving you the national pity party you wanted. They're putting you on the front page. All the attention is on you. When people talk about social injustice, your name was coming up first, which is exactly what you wanted. But you used them. If anything, people in those positions, elected public officials, mainstream journalists, their credibility is everything to them. And you didn't care that you might be damaging it. You did damage to them because, again, there's a side of you that has this arrogance and selfishness and narcissism that's just disgraceful. And you took the noose that they never did get around your neck and you put it around your own neck. I repeat, you put the noose around your own neck.
Wow. I did not expect this to happen at the sentencing, by the way. To be honest with you, I didn't even think he was going to get some time. Okay? I thought he was just going to get probation. And this judge was like you said, Casey, was talking to him like a child.
Yeah.
Captain Kangaroo.
Which he deserves in every single, I don't know. It's so funny.
Oh, I hear you. I mean, could you imagine if this was true, the outrage, well-deserved outrage, would have been taken to the streets? But everyone knew, including Dave Chappelle, it was fake from the start. Subway? Sandwiches?
Yeah.
2 a.m.
And he still had it around his
Yeah,
neck.
he's still
16 degrees.
Babe, he had the sandwich in his hand when the cops came up. Like the sandwich was intact. He was eating it. If you just got the shit beat out of you, don't you think the sandwich would have fell apart?
No.
I'm just okay. That's
The sandwich still would have been at the crime scene.
he's like.
He's like, oh, I got to get my
Well,
sandwich.
let's be fair. I mean, he was probably really hungry, and he's probably trying to protect it.
That's right. That's right. It's not the only foot long he likes. All right. Oh, sorry. That's not my fault.
You got on the witness stand. You didn't have to. You did. You certainly have a right to. But you committed hour upon hour upon hour of pure perjury. There are people that are actual, genuine victims of hate crimes that you did damage to.
Mm-hmm. Melanie with a comment. What happened to the Osendero brothers? Do you know who those are?
They probably got deported.
They're the two Nigerian brothers, okay? The Jack Nigerian brothers that were hired to play the white guys.
Oh, that wasn't his workout coaches?
Oh, one of them was, and the other one was an extra on the set of Empire, the show that Jussie Smollett was involved with. Right. And Jussie Smollett paid by check. He paid them to do this by check.
Paper trail.
All right, but nonetheless, then the sentencing. Does what would you call it? The scolding? Would this be the scolding part?
Yeah.
Right? Well, here's the sentencing part.
I'm fashioning the following sentence, and here's your sentence. I'm sentencing you to 30 months felony probation, and the probation is going to be to this court. You're going to be allowed to...
That means he can't commit a fake hate crime in 30 days. All right? or else he'll get more time added to his sentence.
travel wherever you want. You do not...
Here's the thing.
Man, he got to deal with that court directly.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bay, what does that mean to you?
You.
You have to live in the state of Illinois. You can report by phone. I know that if you're going to try to make a living and do this...
Yeah, but he can report by phone.
But he can't go nowhere, though.
He can travel across the country.
Can he?
Mm-hmm. They're letting him travel across the country, which this is some privileged stuff, by the way.
But it's still a long leash because if he messes up, so...
But a phone call, come on.
Some of the things you do, you may have to go
Chris
to
says I think they
other
took a
places,
probation
New York,
deal.
Los Angeles. You can do
Most
those
likely.
things. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,106. You are fined.
So they made him pay a lot of money too?
Yeah, he had to
It
pay some
wasn't
money.
just probation.
Well,
Now,
and jail time.
And jail time.
He got some more fines coming.
$5,000, which is the maximum fine. And you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail. And that will start today, right here, right now.
Yeah.
So he ain't leaving the court.
And when, I don't know, when given the chance to speak, here, listen.
Do you have any questions?
Okay, check this out. Okay, the judge goes, any questions, right? So when given the chance to speak, an actor or someone who gets paid to pretend will always take that opportunity, especially in a courtroom. Right now, this guy's so delusional. The kid from the Mighty Ducks is so delusional, all right, that he thinks he's in a movie. Watch.
No, I was just
Now it's okay to have the mask off, by the way. Just saying, but go on.
I am not suicidal.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of black Americans in this country for over.
Where'd you stick your fist? Wait, that's none of my business. Sorry.
In the fears?
Oh, okay. I thought he said in the rears, but it was in the fears?
Yeah.
Okay.
400 years, and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you, and I respect the jury, but I did not do this, and I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there...
So what he saying? So was this a publicity stunt that he was put up to? Is, you know?
I don't know, bang. We'll have to wait for the movie to come out.
Not do it to myself.
But listen.
And you must all know that.
He didn't do it to himself?
I respect you, Your Honor.
Then,
I respect your decision. Jail time.
Obviously, you don't respect the decision.
Like I say,
he's not down with the jail time.
He trying to blame it on somebody.
The money part was not an issue for him. Okay? Again, the guy was valued at $2 million during this time. The money was not an issue part. It was the fame part. But the guy never thought he was actually going to go to jail for this.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
Because remember, they dropped all the charges at first, but
that they did.
They picked up the case.
Well,
like, nah, we ain't dropping this.
But wait, there's more. Okay, he's not done yet. Now it's time for him to actually go to jail, right?
Uh-oh. The handcuffs.
Custody Sheriff, court is adjourned.
I am not suicidal.
That's showing. Is he saying that because of Epstein and all those people that got hung or whatever got hung?
He's saying that because he's never been put in a difficult situation in his whole life. Okay?
It just shows his ego. Like he's that important for people to care.
I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
And I think you should have. You would have got a lesser sentence.
He's trying to prove that he's at risk, that he's been blindsided by all this, and he's innocent, and he's saying I'm not suicidal, so be on the lookout. Something could happen to me because I'm that important.
Or is he doing that because he wants to be put in the psych ward and not in general population?
That is true.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
Jay's asking, how is Barry tied to this?
Ah, Barry. Obama. You know what? Great segue, Jay. Well, here is why Jussie Smollett really lashed out, okay? He did not want... I don't know. He looked like any spoiled brats. What they would do when they would get in trouble, they would throw a temper tantrum, right? Wah! Okay? He thought with all of his privilege that he was going to walk away from all of this without any punishment. Real punishment, like jail punishment. But like a child being sent to his room for being bad, he is stomping, as we saw, up the stairs, screaming, "I hate you, Mom!" I've never said that. "You're so mean!" Did your kids ever do that before when you sent them to the room? Right?
He's acting. Everything
That's
is
exactly
like
what
a
it
kid.
was.
Yeah.
But let's backtrack a bit.
There was no acting like that for me.
February 19, 2019, Chicago's top prosecutor, Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx. Well, she recuses herself from the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
What does recuse mean?
I can't do this case.
Okay.
Yep.
Her office says the decision was made out of an abundance of caution to address potential questions of impartiality based upon familiarity and potential witnesses in the case. False. She got caught with texts and emails between herself and Jussie contacts.
That's why they wanted that phone.
One of which is reported to be a family member of his, and the texts and emails that leaked showed that Fox was asked to intervene in the case a few days after he reported the alleged attack. Right. Now it appears that she did exactly that, and the prosecutor, who might have been prosecuting Smollett, kept Jussie's camp in the loop on all evidence and what was going on. Sounds like a mistrial to me, or at least grounds for it. So Who were the Smollett allies that reached out to Kim Foxx, the prosecutor of Chicago? Michelle Obama's former chief of staff, Tina Chen. That's right. Tina Chen emailed Fox to say that she was reaching out on behalf of Jussie's family to express concerns they had with how the investigation at that point was being handled. By the way, both of Smollett's sisters also worked for Chen and the Obama campaign 2008-2012. Anyway, Jussie had not even been charged with a crime, yet Chen is reaching out to the prosecutor saying, hey, don't prosecute this kid. He's one of us. One of us. But Chicago PD, at this point, if you remember, they were doubling down that his story was a little fishy. Yeah. Well, Fox, she responded, and this is all in the texts and the messages. Fox, the attorney, responded to Chen February 1st saying, spoke to Superintendent Johnson. I convinced him to reach out to the FBI to ask that they take over the investigation. He is reaching out now, and he will get back to me shortly. So that same day, according to these texts, the relative of Jussie texted Fox herself and said that she was working on, and Fox said that she was working on getting the case sent to the FBI. The relative, quote, OMG, this would be a huge victory. Fox then responded, I make no guarantees, but I'm trying. Why would Fox want to get this to the FBI? Because they are corrupt as hell. If the states were handling it, it would go in front of a grand jury, and the people of his peers would have to listen to everything. Instead of the FBI deciding to say, you know what, we'll look into it. That's when Fox recused herself. Well, and then she had her top deputy, Joe Maggots. That's the guy that works for her. Joe Maggots then dropped all charges for Jussie Smollett because the federal government, the FBI, wouldn't even touch the case. Because the FBI even goes, Subway sandwiches? And then on March 7th, 2019, though, Cook County grand jury, they returned all the charges. The 16-count indictment charging Smollett with falsely reporting an offense. Yeah. Unbelievable. All of those lies, because the people were like, we know what's going on. We know what's happening. All because of the political ties. This guy thought he was getting off because he had politicians in his back pocket. But he didn't. Well, I mean, it's interesting, though. Because it failed this time. Who knows how many other times the deep state got away with it. Right? He thought his rich and famous friends were going to protect him. And that's why he, like a child, did a temper tantrum out of there. Oh, I'm not going to commit suicide. I hate you. I hate you. Right. Because he's thought mommy and daddy were going to protect him. But, yeah, there it is. It's craziness. It's craziness. But I do wish Mr. Obama well, and a speedy recovery, by the way. The husband, Mr. Obama, that is, not the, right. But he did come down with the coof. He tweeted this. Did you guys know this? Did you guys know? Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, when politicians get the coof, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? No. Go get well. Go heal up. Go get the vitamins, the regimen, the whole bit. You don't have to tweet it, but he did tweet this, okay? He tweeted, I just tested, that's right, I just tested positive for COVID.
You sound like Yogi Bear.
Picnic basket. I have a scratchy throat for a couple days, but I'm feeling fine otherwise. Michelle and I are grateful to be vaccinated and boosted, and she has tested negative. Right. So, all right. Go figure, though, the same day. All right? How about that? The CEO of Pfizer. He went on CBS to talk about needing another shot. 4 total boosters in order to protect against the Wuhan virus. I mean, the Ku virus. Sorry. All right. Timing's everything, huh? Timing.
Eggman Rocks Cultures wants to know who you support, Russia or Ukraine.
Let's see. That's a good question. Who do I support?
Yeah.
I support Ukraine, the people of, because Russia, terrible that they've decided to invade a sovereign country. Now, with that being said, do we have to get into it? Do you guys want to know? Okay. So
Eggman wants to know.
What's up, Eggman? How you doing? Eggman rocks. Eggman rocks cultures. So, Eggman, there is so much about this. It's crazy. All right. So, 1994, former Soviet nation, now sovereign country, Ukraine, has got a bunch of Soviet nukes in its borders. Soviets want them back. Okay? Ukraine goes, okay, we'll give them back. Here's the deal. We'll give them back, but U.S., you got to be there to defend us. U.S. goes, okay. Russia goes, but you can't join NATO. Okay? North Atlantic Treaty. The NATO alliance, which consists of how many countries now?
What, 38?
29, maybe? 20, 30? Damn.
32.
But nonetheless, okay? So, but you can't join NATO. Okay, fine. Here's your nukes. Boom. Like 4,000 nukes. Here. Okay. Now, Ukraine. Let's fast forward now. 2014. The U.S. helps overthrow a pro-Russian government in Ukraine. With that being said, NATO now keeps trying to join. Ukraine keeps trying to join NATO. Let us in. Nah, you don't meet the requirement. You got all the corruption stuff going on. Hey, what's this Burisma company thing going on here? Why is this Joe Biden, this Hunter Biden kid on here? Okay, the whole bit, right? Blah, blah, blah. But nonetheless, Ukraine is trying to join NATO. Russia is going, hey, we got an agreement here that says you're not going to try and join NATO. I know, but hey, NATO, let me in. Okay, all right. Well, I think Russia finally had enough. And again, believe you me, I am not for an invasion of a country, especially one that has not attacked you. How did Chris Rock put it? But I understand. You're dealing with crazy people. Politicians, first of all, politicians suck. All right? This guy Putin's bad news. Bad news. But we're going to get into him in just a little bit, okay? We got a little bit more about that. Because I want to, what's going to lead us to that is some of these left talk show hosts, these figures, they're changing their tune a little bit. I find it very interesting. So, you know Bill Maher, right?
Yes.
Well, I think he's really coming around, and I don't think he's going to be going for the leftist Democrats for much longer. He's a little bit late to the game. But is this, I don't know, is he ready to play ball? Check this out. He said this, that he was talking about the COOF, and he was talking about the obesity rates and everything, and how that's how 78% who die or go to the hospitals have the comorbidity of obesity. And why isn't the media pushing this and saying this? Saying, hey, be healthy, and you got a great chance of fighting this.
It's not making them money.
Right, so he starts calling out the media. And he's saying you guys have got, quote unquote, blood on your hands for denying and omitting this information, knowing that you had this information. Yeah, he also then went on to call out the Dems big time on their lack of basic knowledge when it comes to the COOF.
But what about liberals? You know, the high information by the science people? In a recent Gallup survey, Democrats did much worse than Republicans in getting the right answer to the fundamental question, what are the chances that someone who gets COVID will need to be hospitalized? The answer is between 1% and 5%. 41% of Democrats thought it was over 50%.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine how scared you must have been if that stat was in your head? Oh my God, if I get it, I'm going to hospital. Oh my God, I'm going to die. So I get it. I get it why people panic and why people yelled at you for not wearing a mask. They were in such fear. Who do you blame? Government and media on why you had that fear.
Another 28% put the chances at 20 to 49. So almost 70% of Democrats are wildly off on this key question and also have a greatly exaggerated view of the danger of COVID-2 and the mortality rate among children.
And I'm not a Bill Maher guy, but I'm listening, Bill.
All of which explains why today the states with the highest share of schools that are still closed are all blue states. So if the right-wing media bubble has to own things like climate change denial...
Even the Republican numbers were high in that. When you go back to that, the Democrat was high, but the Republican line was way up there too. Look, 28% think that 50% and up. That's still a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
It's not accurate.
That's more. It's more than any
So
of
if the
the other
right-wing
percentages.
media bubble has to own things like climate change denial, shouldn't liberal media have to answer for, how did your audience wind up believing such a bunch of crap about COVID?
Bill Maher. Yeah.
He's coming around.
I think so, but why? Why? You know why? Because he noticed all of the cancel culture going on too, and this guy doesn't want to get canceled. And he's not kowtowing, he's just going after him. It's interesting, because I'm not a big fan of his. But I think he's waking up. There's also another lefty talk show where the host there said something I never would have thought would come out of his mouth on television. Any guesses which talk show host?
Jimmy Kimmel.
No. No, that guy's lost cause.
I don't know any of them. I'm just naming names.
Trevor Noah.
Very good, Olivia.
I was just
Who is
about
that?
to say him. Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah of the now crappy Daily Show, but once great Daily Show. Did you see this, Olivia? Have you seen this yet?
I haven't seen it.
Well, check this out. Trevor Noah, he was talking about the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and we'll get into this more, the Russia-Ukraine, what's going on, and stunned many with these words.
Michael guessed
There's
it.
no denying.
What?
He guessed. Michael guessed the right.
Nice, Mike.
That Saudi Arabia isn't playing ball with Joe Biden. And you know what? You can say what you want, but this would have never happened to Donald Trump. Never.
Wow.
No one was ever ignoring Donald Trump's calls.
He's referencing when Joe Biden called the Saudi king and prince, and they said,
Don't pick that up.
no, we're busy. Sorry, we're busy. New phone, who this? Right. And he's saying that, just doesn't happen on the Trump because it didn't happen on the Trump. It's facts, not feelings.
Yep.
It's a Ben Shapiro line. Oh my God, facts, not feelings. Right.
Trump. Never. No one was ever ignoring Donald Trump's calls. Yeah, because if you ignored Donald Trump's calls, you didn't know how he would respond. Maybe he'd send an angry tweet, or maybe he'd just ban your country from everything. You don't know. That's why I bet in these situations, Biden actually wishes that he could hire Trump to step in as President Wildcard. Just keep everyone on their toes. Because if Trump was calling, you best believe the UAE, they'll be racing to pick up the phone. Oh, Mr. Trump, we're here, hello? Too late, Ahmed. You made me wait 2 rings. We're bombing the UAE and the UFC, just in case.
You see what I mean?
I like Trevor, though.
I'm not the biggest fan, but I'll tell you, if you tell it like it is, I will give you the respect. Absolutely. It doesn't have to agree with me. You know what I mean? But, hey, good for you, man. Or whatever you identify as. It's crazy, though. But connection, gas prices, right? The big talk right now from the left is this is the Putin price hike.
His fault.
Let's forget the $1.50. It was up before they ever invaded.
Exactly, Sam the man. Right.
That's why this war is the best thing that's ever happened to
Biden.
Joe Biden and his administration.
The war hawks out there. But did you hear what the laid-off Keystone XL pipeline workers had to say about Joe Biden and the soaring gas prices across America? And also, do you know why the actual left wants high gas prices?
I told you the Green Deal.
So that you will have to buy, electric vehicles.
That's what Jen Psaki said. She said, buy an electric car. Mm-hmm. Who in the middle class and lower middle class can do that?
But here, check this out.
I don't want to.
These guys right here, this was a Fox News segment on Saturday. A group of the laid-off workers said things like, quote, we should be able to sustain ourselves and not depend on other nations, raising their price and then affect us. They shouldn't even be in the question. Here's a clip from Regular Joe.
It's crazy, really quick, how all of this ties in together, though, and I think that none of us will ever know exactly what's going on behind the scenes, but even this, it's like, of course Russia's mad because we're pushing, like, what is their number one moneymaker, right? Gas.
I was gonna say Russian strippers.
Oh my gosh.
They bring in a lot of
Joe.
cash. They really do.
It's just everything is related.
And we should be able to sustain ourselves and not depend on other nations raising their price and then it affect us. That shouldn't even be in the question.
If we want to get the price of gas down right now, if we want to drop the price of gas, what do we need to do?
Diesel over $6 a gallon.
Right now.
Put us to work. Right now. Put us to work. And you will see not only the fuel prices go down, but you will see the price of everything else go down with it.
These gas prices affect everything on the market.
Everything.
Because of transportation.
Yep. Yeah. Everything has to be transported.
He's blocking the...
They don't care. They are rich, and they think you are stupid. They don't care.
Because they already got what they need.
Uberus, born of success.
Which one?
Uberus, born of success. It's a Latin word. It means when you've been successful and you've become so arrogant that you just can't be wrong.
Wow. Well, that's some samurai stuff right there. Get it? Sam, all right? Samurai.
That's my name at the casino, by
That's
the way.
right. That's right, Sam. You know, but yeah, they think you're dumb. They think you're dumb, and they don't care. They don't care because it doesn't affect them. I loved it when Jussie asked Psaki if Joe Biden owned an electric vehicle.
Oh, she never answered the question.
Because he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't. And guess what? You pay their gas bill by the government vehicles driving them around.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care.
Probably the biggest contributor to energy in the United States right now. He's pushing for solar and wind power, but it's been proven over and over that it's just not as efficient as burning natural gas.
It's not. Don't get me wrong. I am all for renewable energy and other energy alternative options to add to our energy independence. Absolutely. Like we mentioned last week, the research that's going into tidal, as in tidal, waves, tidal energy. This is some fantastic technology right around the corner. Unbelievable. Nuclear technology is far superior than what you think about when you watch that Chernobyl friggin' documentary on HBO, which was fantastic, by the way, which is also in Ukraine. Okay, but anyway.
Refining crude.
Get out of all the politics. We're sick of hearing, this is Putin's price hike.
Jen Psaki was at the podium. She said there's 9,000 permits that has already been granted. She said if people want to pump, companies want to pump, they can go ahead and do it.
this bold-faced lie too. Okay, it's not what do we call it the other day, babe? It's a polished turd.
Yep.
What they're putting out. Oh, there's thousands of permits being granted, and these companies refuse to drill in them.
It's not enough to dig.
Babe, listen to what the guys who actually do the digging have to say about that.
Permits aren't the problem here. What would you say to Jen Psaki?
She's lying to the American people. Those 9,000 permits that were pulled, they might not even have oil under the ground that they got the permit for.
With the thermal technology that these billion-dollar companies possess to use to survey the land to see if there is anything underneath it to be drilling, and they're like, the permits you give us, these lands suck. We will lose money if we start digging. Do you understand that? And what do companies like to do? Never lose money.
Right. They want to make money.
It's called company.
So why would the oil company go and drill on that ground? There may not even be oil there, and let alone waste their damn money because they can't run a pipeline to transport the oil and gas off the well.
But because that guy sounds like that when he talks, they think he's dumb. But this is a guy that does it for a living when he's not laid off.
Think about all the carbon emissions and pollution that's going on from all these tankers and trucks having to haul this oil, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Where it could just come down a pipeline. And it would be so much less effect on the environment.
And where's the sanctions on China and India, who have the biggest pollution of them all? Okay.
Yeah,
they have like double the entire world put together.
It is disgusting.
Or triple or quadruple, yeah.
Right.
India do.
And
they got the most. Polluted.
So we'll destroy the environment more so by buying oil from these people,
right?
Than we will from our own, because we're more.
And if we buy from Venezuela, who we don't even recognize, okay, because of Maduro and the socialist, communist, let's just call it what it is, Marxist regime that runs the show over there. All right. Talking with the Saudis, okay? Talking with Iran. You're talking with Iran. You're going to give them another nuke deal for gas. And the way that we create and get our oil and our energy is so much cleaner than how they produce their energy. But no, because it's not about us drilling, and that is not even an option in their eyes.
If there was oil there, the gas companies would already be drilling it, and they would already be producing it. And it's a lie.
They also said that the president or no one in his administration have reached out to those pipeline workers. Kind of sad. Joining me now.
No, of course not. They think they're stupid.
On set is Neil Crabtree.
They don't think they're the same class as them. We saw this with all of the friggin' these events that the politicians would go to when, you know, they would have these mandates in place, and they'd be walking around just
with no mask.
Hello, look at me, look at my tax the rich dress with my servants holding my dress with masked up and everything. They don't care about you. It's about a class system. You got politicians, majority of them, it's unfortunate, that get into politics. Why? Because they want to be better than you. Or at least think they are.
He was laid off from working on the...
That's a good way to see if somebody really believes in what they're pushing on you, also, is if they follow it themselves. I think that's where the hypocrisy comes in. It's like, obviously, I don't even believe in it, what they're pushing on us.
Yeah. If you... AOC, how was Florida? Was that a good time?
Keystone
Was that a good trip?
Pipeline as well. Neil, thanks so much for joining me. Putin is a great villain, and he's responsible for a lot of bad things. But is he responsible for what's happening right now with American gas prices?
Absolutely not. You know what? I hear a lot about how oil's traded on a global market, but we could be the number one.
Yeah. Sorry, I got cut off there. But again, Keystone Pipeline, okay? ANWR. Do you guys know about ANWR in Alaska? Do you know how much oil, and this is based on the companies doing the survey, that is in Alaska, okay? And hey, Trump had it all set up. Reagan couldn't even get it accomplished, okay? But Trump got the deal done to get the ANWR pipeline. And then, what did Biden do in June of 2021? Well, in day one he tried, but he actually, in June of 2021, with the ANWR Alaska pipeline, energy independence. I got my hands moving like that. Energy independence. Okay, ANWR, thank you. okay? But they don't want that. They want globalistic economies.
We can't even have that. We still got to fix this up.
We can't even put our mask on before we put the mask on the passenger next to us as the plane is going down. We're fumbling like this. We're juggling masks. The aircraft masks, not the chin diapers. Is that what they were being called? Chin diapers? Yeah.
Plan.
Here, but check this out, okay? The prices are high. Yeah, you know, Russia invading Ukraine, when you have one of the top 3 oil producers saying, hey, we're going to do something bad, and the rest of the world goes, okay, we're not going to buy from you anymore. Yeah, of course prices are going to go up. Sam mentioned it earlier, though. We were already at record highs. The national average was already above $3.50 a gallon prior to any invasion. All right? But they don't care. It's not what they want. What they want is to say, hey, you're not going to buy cars anymore that take gas. Like, here is their words themselves.
Doesn't it take oil to build cars even without gas? Tires and isn't all of that made out of oil too?
The entire, and listen, I'm okay with an electric car, but do know when making it, okay, the mining of cobalt and lithium that comes out of Asia and Africa, what it does to those lands. Okay, and the amount of pollution it does to create that mining. Okay, then on top of it, okay, boom, it's brought. You got the car. All right, looks good, smooth. All right, it's quiet. It drives itself sometimes.
Oh, you got the default.
Okay, but nonetheless, okay, you got to charge it. All right, you just paid from $30,000 to $50,000 for a regular, okay, EV car. All right. Would you like the home charging station? Sure, yeah. So it could charge you whatever. How much pay?
$10,000.
$10,000 for the home charging station.
And what creates the electricity
to
charge the car?
The power plants.
TVA.
The power plants.
It's crazy.
And then on top of it, okay, all right.
Your electricity bill this one.
My electric car. I'm doing such a great thing for the country. Oh, what's this from CDE? What? My electric bill quadrupled? What?
Very good points. Very valid.
Do you know what I mean? Like I get it. It's very easy to say, just get an electric car and everything's fixed. Again, not everything's black and white. You got to discuss it all. All right. You know what? I got the electric car. It's been a couple years now. My electric bill's through the roof, but whatever. I'm doing my part. My car dies. That's it. Guess what? The battery,
$23,000
is friggin'. I got to replace the battery. Yeah, you're looking at $20,000 to replace the battery now. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna scrap my car. My car's terrible for the ground and bio waste and everything. I mean, listen, I get it. I'm all for moving forward together with renewable energy. But you got to figure it out first. Before you turn off the light, you got to friggin' have another way of seeing. Whoa, that's deep.
That analogy is spot on.
Whoa. But here they are. Here are the left politicians just saying it on TV, on camera, that they want you to pay higher price because that's a form of punishment for not going with them on this.
Of a cap and trade system, electricity rates would necessarily skyrocket because I'm capping greenhouse gases. Coal-powered plants, natural gas, you name it, whatever the plants were, whatever the industry was, they would have to retrofit their operations. That will cost money. They will pass that money on to consumers.
Look, that was Obama in 2008 running for president. Okay, here's Psaki. All right, 2021, November.
Our view is that the rise in gas prices over the long term makes an even stronger case for doubling down our investment and our focus on clean energy options so that we are not relying on the fluctuations and OPEC.
We shouldn't be relying on OPEC to begin with.
Right.
The United States is, when it comes down to nations, the #1 producer in oil. When it comes down to nations. Now, you take a bunch of the Middle Eastern nations that made a group called OPEC, all right? Now you got to deal with them. And war. They would be coming to us, begging us, asking us permission to take a piss if we had the amount of energy that sits under our God-created nation. Throw God in there.
The Granholm Plan.
This is the Secretary of Energy right here. Okay. This is back in November of 2021, and go figure. Prices of gas was rising. Right. November. No mention of Russia, Ukraine at this point. All right, and they're talking about, hey, energy. The Secretary of Energy. What can we do to increase our energy production here in the States? Watch how she answers.
Fluctuations and
That's not
OPEC.
her.
What is the Granholm Plan to increase oil production in America?
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
She laughs.
So basically, she said there is no plan.
She laughs.
We ain't got no plan for that.
That's not the plan whatsoever. Like, she actually hysterically laughed.
Would that I had the magic wand on this. As you know, of course, oil is a global market.
Again, they have no interest with becoming independent. Again, Marxist, globalists, don't be fooled. Here's the actual words themselves.
If we do more to invest in clean energy, more to invest in other sources of energy, the president's view is that it is a huge advantage to us to be a leader in the clean energy transition.
By the way, don't ever forget she grew up in Greenwich, Connecticut, okay? One of the richest areas. She went to high school with the McMahons, for crying out loud, of WWE, just to let you know, okay?
Should motivate us to accelerate the transition to clean energy. If we do what we can, it will.
This was last week.
Mean that no one has to worry about the price of the gas pump in the future.
No one has to worry about the gas pipe. See that? We're gonna make you go green. If you're not willing,
they're gonna make us go broke.
Okay, you will pay the price. They don't care about you.
President Biden ever undo his executive order that stopped the construction of the Keystone XL pipeline?
Are you suggesting that would solve the gas prices issue?
Well, do you think that would maybe affect prices faster than getting the whole country off of fossil fuels?
I actually don't think it would.
No.
I don't know how he keeps his cool.
Who, Peter Ducey?
Yeah.
He's the man, isn't he? Mm-hmm. All right. It's baffling.
When you watch her, that's the way I feel. Why do you think we're so stupid?
Because, again, elitists, okay? This Greenwich, Connecticut, person who has been and went to, where is it, William and Mary College. I mean, you're talking about an entire class system above the regular people who don't get it, who never had to worry about paycheck to paycheck living, and they don't care. They don't give an F about you. I don't care what aisle that they sit on. When people talk like that, they don't give a f about you. I didn't curse for you, Casey.
Thanks. I think a lot of them genuinely think that they're doing the right thing. I think that in their head, they genuinely think that they're helping.
No, they think they know better.
Yeah.
When you talk to your kids, okay, and you talk to them because you think you know better, and you generally think you do know better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's how it sounds when these politicians talk. Here's the thing. We're not kids.
Yeah.
We're grown-ups who have friggin' bills to pay, who like going to the supermarket and not looking at the price of the GD chicken and be like, it's $3 higher than it was 2 weeks ago. Are you crazy?
It's like a parent that says, because I said so.
Yeah, because I said so. Listen, maybe you're right. Convince us that you're right. Talk to us. Explain. Don't be like what Psaki just did. Well, do you think that's going to lower the price of gas? And Ducey goes, well, you know, it's a good start. She goes, well, I don't think so. Next question. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Well, I think otherwise. Are you an expert? Here's Obama, though. I'm sorry. Oh, Biden. They really.
I have to go, Joe.
All right,
I have
we're
like
almost
2
done.
minutes.
Okay. It really is Obama pulling the strings anyway, but anyway.
Yes.
Notice it's the same team in place, okay? You know what I mean? Psaki was actually a part of Team Biden, too. Don't forget that. But here is the Democrat debates. There's Bernie Sanders picking his nose, and this is in 2020. He just lays it out there.
No more subsidies for fossil fuel industry. No more drilling on federal lands. No more drilling, including offshore. No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill. Period. Ends. Right.
And he did.
Okay. Like, do you not remember? Did you not see it? Did you think he was lying? Because it was all put out there. I'm just saying. And now they want to say it's Russia's fault. It's not those policies part where you friggin' I forgot what I said. Turn off the light before you can see. Right. Okay. Yeah. But
that's not what you said.
There was something. I'll go back. But now it's Russia's fault. All of this stuff.
Now Russia's responsible.
Russia's responsible. That's the go-to.
Always somebody else's fault.
It's always somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
And that's why we can't follow your lead.
Which is, you think it goes all the way down. Like, that's how society lives right now anyways. It's always somebody else's fault. Everything. Instead of taking accountability.
Do you know the props I would give this guy? Okay? If he would just be like, you know what? Let's slow down on cutting off everything that I just said. About the no fracking, the no drilling, the no permits. None of it, as word for word, what he said. If he just said, you know what? Like, we can do this in a slow and effective transition. I would sit there and I'd go, who hacked his teleprompter? But besides that, I would be like, fair deal. Check this out, Tom. Here's Pelosi. You got to tell me something. I mean, again, here she is. Recently with the, she's trying to make you believe that it is the Putin price tax hike, right? But tell me, is she drunk or just having a hard time spitting it out? Check this out.
Let's get back to the question, the larger issue about Putin's tax. That's really Putin's gas hike. That's his gas hike. So much of this increase in the gas tax, gas price started weeks leading up to what happened there.
She doesn't even believe it herself.
And again, so if it's somebody else's fault, say it is Putin and it is Russia, stop complaining about it and figure out a way to fix it with us. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. They don't have a plan. That's why he's making phone calls to countries that aren't answering. Because they think that no matter what, they can get what they want. I started off with Jussie Smollett having a temper tantrum for a reason today. Because these people are not getting what they wanted, and it's because of you people being smart enough to say, screw you, I got to fill up my own gas tank. Check this out. But there are people that are buying it. Listen to this guy. I saw this video. I'm like, what are you doing, sir? There are people that buy that the BS narrative that it has nothing to do with policy, but it has to do with one person.
Look at the price of gas now. It's $7.55 a gallon. Hey, Putin, we're sending you a bill.
Okay.
Where was he 6 months ago?
Right. Where was he when it was $1 less than that current price? Do you know what I mean?
Look at his face. He looks so mad.
You
Like,
could
genuinely mad.
You know, you can, and they say this on the other side too, and it's true. you can do you probably get about a 75% chance of guessing the way somebody votes by looking at them.
Yes.
Okay? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right. But I promise, by looking at this guy and the fear in his eyes, he's a victim. But he's not. I don't even think he drives a car, to be honest. Uber's pissed. Uber drivers are pissed. Taxi drivers in New York are like, yo, I don't care whose fault it is. That's how we feel. We don't care whose fault it is. Fix it. But you like we're making our case here. You don't want to fix it.
They ain't been fixing it.
No. But here's a reaction of another man at the pump.
No. Wait. Hey. Wait. Wait. Just wait.
Cha-ching. Hey, what movie is that from?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't
Because
remember.
I was trying to think of what it was.
Yeah. It's the guy that played the Punisher.
Yeah.
It's a good actor. But always follow the money, my friends. Always follow the money. Yep. Remember that Democrat infrastructure bill? Remember the bill? Right? A couple months ago?
That only went a little bit towards infrastructure.
Oh, boy.
Talk about the Build Back Better.
Well, that one didn't even go through. They had to be like, you know what? We'll just do this one. But it was the package, boosted electric vehicle charging stocks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, after Congress passed the $1 trillion infrastructure bill, which includes $7.5 billion for the EV sector, all right, the stocks skyrocketed. The EV stocks skyrocketed. And I want to know who the hell bought EV stocks. We'll find out soon. That report's coming out. But I know you got to go, so I want to talk about Tom Brady real quick. What's your thoughts on it?
I think everybody knew that he was coming back.
Yeah. Bae, why do you think he came
surprised.
back? Why do you think Tom Brady came back?
Prove people wrong.
Prove people wrong?
Yeah.
Wasn't it because Giselle? Right? She wasn't going to be married to a loser who didn't go out on top?
Be like, nah, as long as you can still play, why not play?
Sam, what was your reaction when you heard Tom Brady was coming back?
I was surprised he came back.
Yeah, why is that?
It was so soon. And
Yeah.
I was surprised he retired.
You were surprised that he retired.
I didn't think he would. I didn't think he'd go out like that. And then he did, and then he came right back, and I was like, wonder what's going on.
Olivia, do you care?
No.
No. Right? There's real world situations out there where people are like, whatever. Tom Brady picked the worst time to come back in the NFL because nobody cares except for this guy. Check this out.
Are you like entering a contest? Did you just
These
get
past 2 months, I realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates. I love my support family. Without them, none of this is possible. I'm coming back for the 23rd season in Tampa. We have unfinished business, LFG.
I wish I could get that excited about things. He's like so excited.
Tom Brady's not retiring.
Must be nice to not have a worry in the world.
I'm gonna start doing that for everything, all day, every
Tom
day.
Brady's out of retirement.
Not retiring.
It must be nice to be living carefree.
Hey.
Oh well is on your page having a fit.
What's up, oh well?
I have to go though, so
60% less pollution. Eat me. Natural gas, natural gas is great. Do you know how much natural gas we have in this country? All right. I mean,
well, you have a lot of natural gas, probably enough for like half
really?
of the country.
Really, you went third grade?
Well, you let yourself open for that one. I knew she was going to get that one.
Oh boy. Sam, what do you make of it all, man?
Sometimes you don't have to look at someone to see how they vote. You can just read what they write.
Yeah, unbelievable. What else you want to? You got any topics? Anything? Any questions? Anything you want to bring up?
Come see us St. Patrick's Day this Thursday.
Oh yeah, what's going on at the casino?
O'Connor's.
Oh, O'Connor's. Oh, O'Connor's for St. Patrick's Day. The corned beef. Okay,
amazing.
It's the best. I can't wait.
It is.
I can't wait.
Once a year.
What time are you going to be there?
I'll be there at 7:30.
Yeah, I'm going to get there early.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to get that corned beef and cabbage.
Miss Olivia will be working the door.
Yeah, you're going to be working the door?
Yes.
Olivia, what do you make of all this craziness in the world today?
Stuff that my generation is going to have to figure out, and I'm not ready for that.
Man, you got to get ready, though. You got to get ready. I hear you. And, I mean, you're in a tough position. I would not. I feel bad for the youth today. And that's how you know you're getting old, when you say stuff like that. But we've been on autopilot for so long, and now we're asking you not to be on autopilot. And that's not fair. And it was okay because it wasn't crazy. But now that it got crazy, yeah, we need you guys to step up. Well, don't worry. We're going to be there with you, teaching just some things along the way.
Teaching you what not to do.
Yeah, like make natural gas jokes. Okay, that's so stupid.
You were making fart jokes about me before we even went on live.
Exactly, and we weren't live.
Oh, but it was okay when you did it.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I did fart on air about 4 minutes ago. You guys didn't notice? But yeah, Olivia, I appreciate what you guys are doing, and we got to get on campus soon and do some things. Broadcasting live from Austin P.
Yes.
Yes, we'll talk more about that. Casey, you said you got to go, but you got anything before you go?
I do. No, I'm done.
No?
Peace out.
You're done?
Yeah.
All right. What's one thing you learned on the show today, though?
I don't know. You always ask me first, and I never know. I need time to prepare.
Actually, you asked you third.
Yeah, thank you, Bay.
Oh, I learned. What did I learn? Tom Brady's coming back. I already knew that.
Anything about Jussie Smollett? Did you learn anything? Did you learn anything about Jussie Smollett?
No.
You knew all that stuff.
All of it. I knew.
No,
all
you
of it.
didn't. You didn't even know the situation, really. Did you learn anything about electric vehicles and
No.
and the pushing? No. Okay.
Charging post or $10,000.
Yeah.
There you go.
Who can
That's
afford?
what
Who
I
can
learned.
afford that?
Yeah. Somebody mentioned in here too something that you should talk about that we talked about earlier.
What's that?
So make sure that I don't remember, but they need to go back and watch the show.
What'd they say?
I don't know that it's gone. The comment
Olivia
is gone.
needs to run for office.
Yeah, Gail. Olivia.
There we go.
You gonna do it? Eventually, right?
Possibly.
Yeah.
She will.
Do
On
yourself
retirement.
a favor, though. Do yourself a favor. Watch any messages you send or receive if you ever want to run for political office.
Right.
And pictures that you take. It matters.
Oh my God! Yeah, don't take any. Don't do any cake stand pictures.
No kissing random women on the face.
No. I know. I learned my lesson. Yeah. Bay, what'd you learn today?
Jussie Smollett is not suicidal.
Yeah, not suicidal.
He isn't.
No, I don't think he
so,
is. Right.
So we need to be on the lookout. Make sure
Nothing
happens to him.
Right. I don't think he is suicidal. I just think he wanted to go in the psych ward and not be in general population.
I learned that when Joe says join me for 30 minutes, he really means an hour and 30 minutes.
But hey, I gave you a nice compliment, though.
That was the one of the month.
He loves your company. That's I mean, he's a celebrity.
I needed a seat filled, and that's all. All right. Hey, what did I learn today? I learned that damn. Yeah, you can't turn off the lights before you can. I'll figure it out. All
you
right.
have to learn how to light the room before you turn off the light.
No, that's not how it was. But hey, I'll get to these comments in a bit. Thanks for allowing us, enabling us. Don't forget to like, share this video. It helps us with the shadow ban because, as you can tell, big tech doesn't want this stuff getting out. Why? Because look at the donations that they make and who they make them to. Follow the money. It's that easy. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're a radical. No, here's the paper trail.
No, now they're going out to crackheads.
Yeah, crackheads.
Free
What?
crack pipes.
Oh, the smoking kids. Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks for allowing us, enabling us to have a conversation here on the Joe Padula Show. America's Party with a Purpose. Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely.
Non-stop Vegas action has arrived. Oak Grove Gaming is now open. Experience a whole lot of Vegas fun, minus the flight, at Oak Grove Gaming. Spin and win big on over 1,300 of the latest and greatest games. Indulge and eat like a king at our 4 fantastic restaurants. Live it up at the lively bars and lounges. Conveniently located off I-24, exit 86, across from Fort Campbell. Just a quick spin away. Plus, now you can reserve your room for when our luxurious 5-story hotel opens. For reservations and more exciting information, visit oakgrovegaming.com. That's oakgrovegaming.com. Oak Grove Racing, Gaming, and Hotel. So Vegas, so close. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey everybody, this is Water Dogs Rich from Water Dog Scuba and Safety. What do I love about the Joe Padula Show? You got a veteran like Joe going after his dreams and bringing